Hello guys, you are welcome to part 2 of our ice cream model, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing us how to add light to our scene and how to add a camera and stage our scene, and also how to render our ice cream very well. So first of all, we'll be adding some colors to our scene here, our ice cream. But first of all, we'll go straight to our shading mode. So come to this place where we have shading and click on shading. And now we are in our shading mode. So we are going to just apply some color texture to all these objects here. So first of all, I'll select this backdrop here, and I'm going to come to my node editor, my shadings node here, and I'll go to my base color and click on base color, and I'm going to make this kind of looking like ash purple, or something looking like dark purple. I think this is okay. I'm going to select this and say new. I'm going to go to my base color also and make it looking kind of brown like this. I'm going to select this also and do the same. I can come here also and select the color. I can come to picker tool here and click this. So I can also come here also and make some few adjustments. And just try to make some few adjustments also. So I'm going to select this, the ice cream, and come to new, go to base color, and I can make this looking like a peach color, not pink, something looking like this. I think this is okay. I can select this also and say new. I can come to my base color, I can make it red or something looking like peach also. So this is okay for my sprinkles, and I can now go back. So I can also do some tweaking here. I can select this and I can increase the roughness also. So I can select this and increase the specularity to give it some kind of shininess. Select this also and let's increase the specularity a little bit. We can select our backdrop and reduce the specularity so it doesn't reflect light. And let's just increase the roughness a little bit. And so we are done with our color texturing on our ice cream. So we'll just go straight to back to our layout, and we'll come to where we have our viewports here, our rendered viewport. So click on this. So once you click on that, it takes us to where we can see our shading properly. And now we have poor lighting here because of just this one light. But first, let's stage our scene with our camera. So this is our camera. If I click on this camera here, it said toggle camera, toggle the camera view. So if I click on this, so this is what my camera is seeing. So the shortcut key for it also is 0 on my notepad keyboard. So if I click 0 on my notepad keyboard, I'm going straight to camera mode. If I click 0 again, I'm out of camera mode. But I want to stage this scene properly, so I'm going to move my scene to this point. Use your mouse to rotate your scene to this point here, and I'm going to click Control Alt 0 to stage that directly. Control Alt 0, and I can now click on my camera here and say G to grab and kind of position the camera in such a way that it's going to be at the center. And I can select this and say S and X to scale on the X axis. So this backdrop just fill up my camera. I want to ensure that my ice cream is at the middle. Select my camera again and say G to grab, and I'm going to move this to this point and ensure it's at the center. So what I will do next, I'll set up my lightings. So I can select this light. Then come to where we have our object data properties. Click on this light here. So our light is set at white color at power 1000 watts. So I'll come to my manipulation tool. I'm going to move this light forward here. So I'm going to set what we call 3 point lighting setup again in this for this tutorial, and I'll say Shift D to duplicate this light. So I have another light here. So I have two lights in my scene now. So these two lights are called key lights. I'm just going to push this forward a little bit. And if you watch, I'm having two shadows here, two very sharp shadows. It is because the radius of the light is very small, and I want this light to be my main key light with the highest intensity, and this one with the minor intensity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this light. I'm going to leave it at 1000 watts and at white color, and I'm going to increase the radius to decrease to make my shadows very soft. And if I increase the size of this radius here of this light, if you watch now, this shadow here begins to fade out. So now I'm just having only just one shadow here. I'm not having any other shadow here because I have this light being increased, the radius being increased. So I'm going to push this light forward a little bit. I'm going to push this light backward a little bit. I'm going to do Shift D again to duplicate this light, and I'm going to bring this light to the back of this ice cream. I'm going to bring it down to this point. I'm going to make this light 50 watts, just 50 watts, and I want the light to be back of the ice cream. I'm just ensuring that it's at the back of this ice cream. And I'm also going to select this light and make this light 200 watts. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to click on my toggle camera to stage that. So we are in the if mode. So I'm going to come to my render engine and make some changes. I'm going to come to where we have color management. Click on color management. Can leave this at filmic. Come to look where we have look. Click on this arrow beneath and let's say high contrast. So now this now gives us depth in our ice cream model. So we have like kind of very bright color here, which is good also. And I'm going to come to this point again where I have my render engine. I'm going to change this to if, and let's see how our circles look like. I'm going to change it to circles. So if I click on this arrow beneath, we have workbench and circles. So change to circles. Let's see how it looks like. Though it's still looking dull, so we can still add some lightings. But first, I'm going to come to where we have theme and make this transparent, which is okay. So I can now work on my lightings also. Let's just add some light. I can select this slide first, come to my object data properties, and let me make this 500 watts. Select this backdrop. Let's push this backdrop backward and select this light, and let's make this 200 watts. Okay, we're having some lightings now in this place, and I can select this also. I'm just going to reduce the size a little bit, make it a little bit smaller, and I can push this forward a little bit and push this forward a little bit. So I'm going to toggle on my camera view again, and I'm going to go straight to, so I can either select this light and make this looking like yellow or purple. Let's just make it kind of looking like red, just add small red to it just to beautify that. And let's go back to our circles. So go to your render engine and change this if to circles and see what it looks like again. Okay, so that's nice. So let's just add some few details. We can say Shift D to duplicate this light. I can move this light up here to be at the top of my ice cream. I'm going to push this light to the top of my ice cream here. I'm going to come to my object data properties light and make it to be white, pure white. I'm going to also come here too and make this to be 100 watts. This will be okay. I'm going to push this upwards also. So I can also select, so we have different types of light. We have our sunlight, spotlight. So I'm going to make this area light. I'm going to rotate this light also, pointing down at the ice cream, looking like this. So I can come to my camera view also again and push this light upwards. So now I go back to my render engine and go to circles and see how it looks like again. Okay, I need to add some power to the light. I can make it 200 watt, or let's make it 300 watt and render. So I think this is okay now. So we have more light on our ice cream, and we can now go to circles and see how it looks like. So I think this is perfect now. And so what we'll do now to render your image is very simple. After your lighting setup and your camera setup, so what you do, let's select this first and say S and X to scale that. So to render is very simple. The shortcut to render is F12 on your keyboard. So if you click F12 on your keyboard, you have rendered. So now I'll change my render engine to circles and click F12 on my keyboard. So change to circles, F. Now we have our ice cream model finally rendered now. We can save our scene by coming to this place that we have image and click on this tab here, and we can save our image already. But first, I think we'll just go back to our viewport shading. So this is basically how to lighten, stage, and render your 3D scene. So thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial has helped you. Please kindly like the video, subscribe to to more videos, make comment on our channel, and also share and like. Thanks again for coming and taking part of this tutorial. Thank you.